Hey guys, how you doing? And welcome to another video. So today what we're going to be talking about is the problem with coaching. Now this has to do with bodybuilding, powerlifting, other strength sports, yada yada yada. But before you judge the video, before you watch it, hear me out because I promise it gets way better at the end. And I only have really two main points I'd like to make. Point number one. You're missing out on a great learning experience when you hire a coach to do everything for you. At this day and age, with the way the internet is, all of the information that you need to do your own programming and coach yourself is already out there for free. Now, I'm only going to talk about in terms of powerlifting coaching because I've done it myself and I do my own programming. But when you learn to do it yourself, it can actually be painfully simple depending on where you are in your lifting career. In the early stages of powerlifting training, there aren't too many different variables except volume, frequency, and intensity. And a lot of people will tell you that there's way more to think about that, but when it comes to people that are in their novice stage, you really shouldn't be thinking about more than that because that's overcomplicating things. And that's another problem I find with coaching is that coaches try to use these big fancy words and techniques and programming principles to lure in less knowledgeable lifters when their training can be as simple as adding weight to the bar every week. If you squat less than 225 as a male lifter, you probably don't need to be periodizing all of your lifts already. To end that point, no one knows your body better than you do. When you learn to program your own stuff, you know what works for you better than anybody else. And you kind of take out that trial and error that a coach is going to have to use and also charge you for. Alright, point number two. It's expensive. So upon my own research looking at coaches, the cheapest I come across is roughly $100 per month. So depending on where you are in training, you're getting no bang for your buck whatsoever. The average gym goer, powerlifter, crossfitter, whatever, that hires a coach is already usually struggling with other costs. Maybe they're going to school, maybe they don't work a full-time job yet, and adding these coaching costs on top of general living is just going to make things even more impossible. I'm sure hitting those PRs are nice, but when your bank account is running dry, it probably isn't as worth it as it seems. Alright, so I promised it would get better, and it does, because there are good, competent coaches out there that actually care about you and if you progress. The sad reality is 90% of coaches couldn't give a shit how your training actually goes. Most of these coaches have a Word document or an Excel spreadsheet pre-made that they hand out to everybody as a cookie cutter routine. And that's the sad truth about it. And lifters every day get dragged into these bullshit claims of coaching. But like I said, there are good coaches out there that really want to see you progress. They tend to be a bit more expensive because they are good coaches, but if you really feel like it'll give you that extra edge and you are very competitive, then more power to you. That's really all I've got for today's little rant video, guys. I'll see you in the next one.